Good day, everyone. I'm Rosel Bangles from the College of Business Administration, major in Marketing Management. So today, we're going to answer some questions about the good governance. Number one question, what is the three branches of the government? So, the three branches of the government is the legislative, second is the judicial, third is the executive. The first one is the legislative branch that is responsible for crafting or amending the law that is right and suit for its citizen. The Congress, which is a bicameral or a two-house legislature system, is composed of one, the upper house, which is the Senate, two is the lower house or the House of Representatives. Let's proceed to number two, which is the judicial. If the legislative is responsible for crafting and amending the law, the judicial is responsible for interpreting the law. Judicial is essential because it's upholding the rule of law, maintaining justice, and safeguarding individuals' rights. The Supreme Court of the Philippines, which is the highest court in the Philippines, they ensure that laws and government actions do not violate constitutional rights such as freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to due process. And lastly, the executive. The executive power holds by the highest position in a country. For example, in our country, the Philippines, the highest position here is the president. So, the president holds that kind of power. One of the primary functions of the executive branch is to enforce laws created by the legislative branch. This involves implementing, administering policies, regulations, and programs to carry out the laws of the land. Let's proceed to number three, and that is what are the 8 basic elements of good governance. One is participation. Participation contributes to capacity building among citizens and stakeholders. Through engagement in governance processes, individual gains a better understanding of their rights and responsibilities. Number two, the rule of law. The rule of law ensuring that everyone, including individuals, organizations, and governments, is subject to and accountable under the law. Number three is the transparency. Transparency refers to openness, clarity, and accessibility in decision-making processes, operations, and information within organizations, institutions, and government. Information should be done in easily understandable form, freely available, and direct accessible to those directly affected by government policies. Transparency also helps prevent corruption, fraud, and misconduct by exposing wrongdoing and holding proprietor accountable. Number four is responsiveness. Responsiveness in governance refers to the ability of governments, institutions, and decision makers to address the needs, concerns, and expectations of the citizens and stakeholders in a timely, effective, and inclusive manner. Responsiveness governance involves actively listening to the voices of the citizen and stakeholders and engaging them in a decision-making process. Responsive governance is designed to serve the best interests of the citizen in a reasonable time. Next is the consensus-oriented. Consensus-oriented governance promotes inclusive, collaborative, and sustainable decision-making process that build trust, foster cooperation, and address the needs of diverse stakeholders. Good governance requires a need of consultation to know and understand what is the best for its people and stakeholders in order to get a broader understanding and how it can help its people and how to have a sustainable development. Next is the equity and inclusiveness. The organization that provides fairness and giving its stakeholder a chance to every opportunity and every decision making, they always included or considering its stakeholders. Next is the effectiveness and efficiency. The, the two essential concepts in governance that focus on achieving desired outcomes and optimizing the use of resources, or the process to produce favorable results meet the needs of stakeholders. Lastly is the accountability. Accountability refers to the responsibility of individual or organization to answer for their actions, decisions, and performance. Accountability involves acknowledging and accepting responsibility for one's actions, decisions, or their consequences. For example, in our country, the government is accountable or responsible in providing opportunities to its people. Last, as a student, how can you contribute upholding good governance in our country? As a student, we can maintain the good governance in our country by following policies and law of the government, verifying and evaluate every information we heard or receive before promoting it to avoid misconception. 2. Staying informed about the issues about the country, government, and its people. 3. Engaging into government activities and campaigns that help and prioritize Filipino welfare like blood donations, basura ko sagot ko, and anti-harassment law and others.